Yo, PSMG Radio, the ESC show. Go grab the PSMG app. It's coming soon. We just finished a great interview. Please come out October 9th to my stage play, The Unheard. Peace and love, people. I wrote a stage play that might make the Fringe Festival the upcoming. It's called Thought.
Oh.
And when I wrote it, I'm about to hit you over the head with it in a minute. But I wrote Thought. When I wrote Thought, my young boys and my little brother, they was out there like, look at that little thought right there. I'm like, yo, it was like new lingo to me. Like, I just got back home. I'm like, yo, what's that mean? They was like, oh, that over there. I'm like, oh, that's what that mean? I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang. So I really thought about it. And I said, no, man, they the hostages of tragedy. So I made it, the stage play was called Thought, the hostages of tragedy. And basically, through traumatic situations, you know, you have what we have now. You had women like Hasselhoff and Nefertiti in ancient Africa. Yeah. And, you know, like places like Kemet. And now you have, you know, housewives and hip-hop housewives and whatnot. So, like, you see the victimization. But then I tell people, like, young people, they don't look at things in context or perspective. If you knew how old they was, would you really think they was cool? Stevie J like 50, Jocelyn like 45, Mimi like 45, Carly Rick, they like 45. Yeah, they 45-year-old acting like kids. Yeah. Like you really think that's sexy? That's how you want to be? That's how you want to look at 45? Like, you know, like senseless, like brainless. Like at 45, that's your real perspective. And they look at it as a check, and I can't knock it because, you know, everybody want to get ahead and everybody want to get paid, but essentially they don't. It's not like you looking at it and saying, I'm destroying a community, I'm destroying a future. You don't look at it that way. You look at it like, you know, I'm putting food on my family's table. And what holds more weight, the people you directly affect or the ones you indirectly affect that you don't even know? It's like being a drug dealer.
Well, drug dealers,
it's the same thing.
Because
TV is a drug also. Like they're definitely drug dealers in the sense of a way. They're collecting checks. They're making somebody go brainless in a kind of a way. You know, it's definitely drug dealing in a kind of a way.
This all entertainment is not real.
Yeah.
None of it's real.
But perception is reality for people. So it's not what's real and what's not real. If their perception makes it seem real, then that's their perception, and now it's their reality. So to me, like, you have to take a stand for something. Like, you know, cultural things are not entertaining to an extent. So what I do is make education meet entertainment. So when you come to a show, you're gonna be like, it's gonna be funny moments of ratchetness and playing around. But when you leave the show, you're gonna be like, yo, what he said was very thought provoking. Like, I really got to digest that point. Like, you know, and when you really get into that standpoint of it, like, the best thing I've seen recently is LeBron James vowed like $87 million to send all those kids to college. Then you turn around, but you see Michael Jordan got $20 million invested in a prison industrial complex.
Yeah, I've been seeing that flow.
Yeah, so
wow,
you see that, and that's really perception. LeBron James is a smart man. Like, there's a book called $40 Million Slaves by his last name Graham. I can't think of his first name. But $40 Million Slaves is so real. You play for the team, but you can't own the team. Michael Jordan came back to play for the Wizards for them 2 years. Before he came out of office, he was like a personnel director or something. He had like a high position. When he finished from playing, they sold out every home game for them 2 years because Michael Jordan came back. When he came back, he wanted part ownership of the team. They fired him. Like, they ain't gonna let you get too far. LeBron knows.
Make money off.
LeBron understand that concept. LeBron get that. LeBron said that he played that game very well. He gonna own Cleveland. You're not gonna. If you think LeBron came back to Cleveland after what's the boy Derek Gunn called him a nigga, you ain't gonna. We gonna win a chip before you over here.
He really did call him that?
Yes. Yeah, he had to apologize to him. He had to write a public letter apologizing to him. And you think LeBron came back for anything less than ownership? You don't understand that, man. Like, Jay-Z is super pro-black. People don't understand that. I tell people, you better read them between the lines. If you ever get a chance, pick up the book Decoded, Jay-Z book. Yeah. Pick it up. Read them between the lines and look at the symbolism. There's pictures of Marcus Garvey, King, X, Fidel Castro. These pictures is 1,000 words, they say. Yeah. You ain't looking at it. What are he saying in these lines? And you reading the rap lyrics. I'm looking at everything about this book. Between the rap lyrics and the songs and why he came up with them and what they offered him. That's what they offered you, and look what he did with it. And we don't understand those concepts now. We think that things like the young boys who be on rap battles like Calico and, you know, Sue Surf and all them, even the older guys, Loaded Lux, they still misguided. You know, like, maybe not Loaded Lux to an extent, but when you out there, you gonna sell what you gotta sell to make it work. But you know, when you make consciousness cool, like when I get out there, sometimes I just walk down the street on City Hall and stop and just bust into a freestyle and people start coming around and you hear what I'm kicking and you rock like that. Like it's a different standard. And once you get that out the way and once you get that going, then you can really see what's business. What's really going on? Who really making the money? Like the Koch brothers, they own everything. So the 13 richest families, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Carnegie Mellons, like that's the money right there. Like you Meek Mill money compared to their money ain't never hit. That's like like you don't understand what you really getting into. You
That's
just
why I said that other money.
Yeah, you just happy to be in a situation where you not where you was.
Yeah, Cole said that petroleum and engineer money. I mean the type of niggas that laugh at whole money.
Yeah.
Billionaires with petroleum and coal money.
Exactly.
That's real.
Like they real lines. Like right now I'm working on a poem about. This is when I write, I try to, for entertainment purposes, I try to embrace reality. So if you went to college, if you got a dream and anything like that, you won't feel what I'm about to say in the poems that's about to come out, because everybody go to college and be like, yo, I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna get the money, I'm gonna pay back them student loans. It's nothing. You take out like 80 grand, essentially. I'm gonna pay it back. It's nothing. That's what we be like. I was there. You so brainwashed. It's nothing. Everybody just talk about the degree. Nobody talk about the certifications.
Get to it.
Yeah. Nobody talk about the certifications. Nobody talk about the test you gotta take. Mm-hmm. Nobody talk about
the long hours you gotta stay up.
Yeah. Nobody talk about the what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, just the overall process. Everybody go from the first year to the fourth year when you finish with that degree. To be a teacher, I wanted to be a teacher. To be a teacher, you gotta do a teacher assistant program. You gotta pass your praxis. You gotta get certifications. I didn't know about none of that. I just thought you get a degree, you walk in the classroom, you good.
No,
nobody.
But you know what? You gotta get double standard masters.
Yeah, you do. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Who you know too.
And we don't tell each other the game nothing. Our color, our melanin, we don't tell each other the game.
That's the key line. We don't tell one.
We don't tell each other the game. Like
that's what I was talking about.
We taught this reach one, teach one, but are we really teaching?
But that's what I was talking about. That you know the resources that we have.
I gotta disagree with that.
How? Like them resources around because we're not asking nothing.
There's plenty of people telling us stuff, but we not listening.
No,
because we so distracted.
No, they're not.
Because look, I'm in college. I have people under me that are like females and males that are under me. I'm a political science major. I know people that are political science majors as juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, and they come to me, what to do? What should I go? What should I do? Or what's this to do? Or how should I make this work? Or what lane should I go? I'm in college. I'm a political science major. I had freshmen under me, sophomores, juniors. They come to me for advice. Okay. What do? I keep it real with them. The professor says this. That professor's lying to you. I had that professor. Do it like this. Then they do it this way, and they're like, yo, the professor really was lying to you. And then I went to the professor and asked him this information that you told me, and the professor asks me, where do I get this information from? Someone who already took your class.
See,
it's people telling us stuff, but it's like, yo, are we really gonna listen? Are we gonna believe it?
I think you misunderstand. Like what I mean is that the people who already had the resource and connections in their neighborhood. That's what I'm saying. Like, so if you think about it, like it goes back to what he was saying. Like if like I said, if you good at something, right? You good at something. You good at something. Everybody's good at something, but nobody's not saying what they're good at to nobody. Like Miss So and So, her roof may be leaking in. Or whatever like that. This is a roofer probably 2 blocks down from she don't know about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if she would have known, or somebody would have said something to her, he could have come and looked at it.
Right.
So we all scattered everywhere else. But everybody has a craft in the hood, but nobody doesn't want. Like you said, everybody, them dudes that be on the block, they got good business aspect.
Hey, wait, let me shoot this out. Listen, if anybody listening out there right now, you do a professional EPK, holla at me. I will pay you for this EPK. Like, I want this EPK to be able to stand up next to the color purple on Broadway EPK, and you can't tell the difference. I'm not talking like, you know, your homie did it. That's cool and all that. But I need a professional EPK because I'm trying to do, like, the professional work after this show and take it on the road. I need a professional electric press kit. So, if anybody can make that happen, let me know. No, I dig what you're saying a lot. I dig what you're saying. The thing is, the information might not be the right information. Like at the same token, like somebody who might be, it's haters, just like anything. Marcus Garvey, the UNIA ship he created to go back to Africa. It was sabotaged by black men. That was part of his movement. Mm-hmm. So like, why is that? Like somebody might be a junior, you might be a sophomore. They might come and say something to sabotage you. So we stopped trusting in each other because those type of situations, those are very real. Like they're very prevalent. Like so. Like I take mine from somebody who you gotta gain a trust for somebody, and then at that point now it's on you. Yeah, I mean, like fool me once, shame on me. I mean, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. So, like you gotta take it for what it's worth, but you can learn how to read people. Like what's good business and what's bad business at that point. Mine was just it wasn't. I didn't ask the questions at that point in time in my life. That's to be real with you. Like I was going to my advisor. He was like, get your degree. He thought he wanted me to be a historian. Like I got my degree in history. I just wanted to teach social studies. Mm-hmm. So he was like, yeah, we doing. I did research on the Underground Railroad, W.B. Du Bois. Like I did like extensive research on people. But I was like, a researcher is not my thing. Being a curator for a museum and all that. Like it's cool and all, but I want to be with the kids. I want to be with the youth. He never pointed me in that direction because he never said, yo, you need this certification, you're going to need this teacher assistant, you have to do this program.
He did his job. He did his business.
Yeah, exactly, because he wanted he wanted me on his research team. And it was cool and all that, but that wasn't my ultimate goal. Now I had to do it my way. So you have to figure out who you talking to and who you need to talk to.
Right.
So, it's a real problem.
Yeah, definitely.